Welcome to Balin's Pub discussion of nuclear weapons. Go.
Okay. Welcome to the second episode of Balin. So we just want to welcome you back to Balin's Pub, second episode. I know you're so excited as we are. In fact, I'm so excited I'm sweating. It is, we're coming to you live from the Bombay Bicycle Club in San Antonio. It's over by the San Antonio Zoo, which is a great time for the family.
Right here, we do the intro. So over there, that's Low Def on the ground, wave to Low Def. Debbie. Michael, that's Michael that did the intro right there. I'm Daryl.
And this is Trusty Donkey from our great friend Tim from Houston. Trusty Donkey has come a long way in a very safe package.
We have a studio audience today. They're over there.
Woo! Listen to that. That's a lot of them.
We're very excited about that. And
Literally twos of people
who have nothing better to do with their lives.
No, they're just nice friends of mine. Lisa and Randy.
Hey, one of the things I wanted to say is we did get a lot of emails at the balimspub@gmail.com, and we're very thankful for that.
Here on the screen.
Thanks.
Right there.
Right there, yes. We're very thankful for those emails and a lot of great questions, a lot of things that we want to talk about. Some not so great questions also, so let's keep it up there, folks, all right? But some good stuff that we will address in future episodes, but today we had a specific topic in mind, and it really kind of goes along the lines with what somebody said. They asked us about social concerns. Is that really relevant to the life of a Christian if we're not supposed to be in this world? Yes, it is completely relevant to the life of a Christian. I think Jesus Christ calls us to live our life in a certain way that is set apart from the world, but we are to be in the world. Paul says in Scripture that we are to be in the world, but not of the world. And because of that, social stances, social concerns, the environment, nuclear weapons, human trafficking, many different things across the board that I know some of us care about, some of us have cold hearts and don't. They are part of what a Christian should be. If you're living your life with Christ, you should be concerned about these things. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about nuclear and nuclear weapons. We're going to talk about both of them. We're going to talk about something called the Two Futures Project. It's called twofuturesproject.org. If you've been on the Facebook page, you know that we've put up a link to their Facebook page as well. And by the way, I'd like to point out we have more fans than they do. Did you see that?
I did, but hopefully we're going to resolve that in this episode.
That's right.
Go be a fan.
Because they are more important than we are. I'm going to throw it over to Daryl. Daryl?
By the way, I'd like to remind the participants that y'all are looking at the Mac, but our footage is right there. So
I actually haven't been looking at the Mac.
I've been looking straight at that the whole time. I'm looking at the map.
We're not professional. We're not from Hollywood. I'm a pastor. He plays a guitar. We don't know what she does for a living. And we're not sure either. You know, we know that we're not quality producers. I'm not Mr. Lucas. He's not Mr. Spielberg. We get it, okay? We're trying to get there. So back off. Okay, I'm done. We're gonna make Michael nice and we go back in there. I'm here for the people, but shut up.
twofuturesproject.org. Or you can find them on Facebook. What Michael alluded to a minute ago about how people of faith should be involved in the things that impact our society and our planet, and that one of the most overlooked and taken for granted scenarios is the nuclear armament situation. And the two futures, the name alludes to that we have a choice. We have a choice between choosing a future that has no nuclear weapons, or the second future is the future where a nuclear bomb detonates. And those are the two futures. There's no other alternative. There's no alternative where we keep those weapons and they don't go off. Eventually, if we keep them, one will detonate. So even if it detonated somewhere on the other side of the world, the American economy, as if it could collapse anymore, would absolutely collapse. However, there are other opinions about how to deal with this. So we're going to let Debbie jump in there and...
First of all, there are beads of sweat on your here. I mean, it's like scary.
Where'd you get a card?
It's from the donkey, trusty donkeys. Yeah. They said, should we have nuclear weapons or not? We should. But I only think we should if anybody else has them.
Okay, so wait, your point is.
My point is, if anybody else has the nuclear weapons, excuse me, or nuclear, as some friends of ours might say, we should have them as well.
Which is a very valid concern. It is the concern most people have, and that is to say, if there's some nutballs out there that have nuclear weapons, well, we as Americans should have them in order to provide mutually assured destruction, which is why, how nuclear
Zero studied for this.
I did, I got ready.
What's amazingly abbreviated is MAD.
MAD, exactly.
Oh, look at that.
Smarter audiences?
Mutually assured destruction does nothing to prevent terrorist nuclear attacks, even if we have 20,000 of them, which we currently do. So,
20,000 nukes.
20,000 nukes on the planet. So the only way to really solve this, and it is a lofty goal, and it's going to take a lot of steps, is to completely get rid of it.
Great.
See, look, we can agree. That was easy.
That's fantastic.
I think the
Jumping.
question you might be asking yourself
Why are we filming in the Sahara?
as a believer in
It's
Jesus.
Bikram yoga. It's Bikram podcast.
Vikram Balaam
I think I've
Fund.
lost $20 just sitting in here.
Why, as a believer, should you not want a nuclear weapon? And the other question I have is, what do they do when they get rid of them? All I kept picturing was Spies Like Us. Anybody? Any fans of Spies Like Us?
That's a different.
Excellent.
He's got it on his
Doctor? What do you do with all that bomb stuff? You'd be surprised at how many light bulbs you have in your house that came from former Soviet missiles. Like some of the filament in there. I know. It's pretty cool. Think about that when you turn your light on the next time.
I think for me, it all comes back to creation and how, in something that after it was made, God said it was good, and He said it was very good. And in a blink of an eye, we can completely wipe out something that God created. And the thing is, it's not a Democrat or a Republican or conservative or a liberal issue. It's a humanity issue. And so, don't give me the junk about, I'm a liberal, I'm a conservative.
Don't give him the
like that.
junk.
Because it's not about that. It's not about who you voted for. So don't look at it as, I'm a conservative or I want to vote for this or whatever. Look at it as a human issue and not so much as a political issue. Because it's so much bigger than that. I feel. So.
Good words.
Wow, that was actually insightful from him.
Low Def brings up a good point. And you may be asking yourself, as you did,
Why am I still watching?
the first time you watched
That's
it,
what I'm asking.
why do I care what four sweating fools in a bar think about
I don't sweat, I really
nuclear disarmament? That's a good, very valid question, which I would redirect you to Futures Project, one of their web pages. There's a number of great quotes from our former presidents, a lot from Ronald Reagan, who really was the first president to propose disarmament, to Gorbachev, and they both committed to that. And since then, present day times, both President Obama and the current Russian president, I can't say it.
No.
I'm not a communist.
He's a leprechaun.
Low Def! Hey, Low Def, I can barely see you.
There he is.
I'm not a communist. I'm not a communist. I'm not a communist.
What you can do to get involved is go to Two Futures Project, look right here, there it is, twofuturesproject.org, and
Waiting for the match.
right there it is. Two Futures
You
Project.
gave me the wrong camera.
I know, what it is.
They'll be able to figure it out.
And you can electronically put your name and your email address and some different information and sign a petition that goes to all your elected officials.
There you go. So from the Bombay Bicycle Club, sitting on the edge of your seats. I'd like to thank Todd, our local bartender here in San Antonio. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Way hanging away we go. donkey riding, way hey and away we go, riding on a donkey. Here's to you, to me you want it all, to the garter, and the garter, and the trophy on the wall. Here's to you, to me you want it all, the day the nights are donkey.